Hey everybody, I'm Rebecca Farina.
And I'm Mike Peters, and you're watching LIE. Coming up, we're going to take a look at some local events happening on Long Island.
We'll look at some footage from this year's Memorial Day parades.
We're going to find out what's happening on the air on PATV.
All that and more
on LIE.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Whoa.
I think we have some events coming up this summer.
Let's take a look.
On Long Island.
I can't wait to get out of the house this summer.
Yeah, me too. And if you're into like shopping and street fairs, Westbury actually has a flea market and fair every Saturday and Sunday through July 31st, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the NYCB Theater parking lot. So that's pretty cool.
I'm definitely going to check that out.
And Great Neck Plaza has their summer concert series every Tuesday night at Grace Avenue Firefighters Park, and that's starting June 20th, 8 p.m.
And if you guys go there, make sure you look for PATV. We will be there filming the events as we do every year.
Yep, take a look at us. And also at Barnes & Noble, there's a cool event going on for children. It's Summer Story Time, where it's like an interactive storytelling on June 14th at 11 a.m. And you'll hear stories like Pete the Cat and Oh, the Places You'll Go. Great stories like that for children.
Oh, I think I'll go to that event.
You should, definitely should. And also the Long Island International Film Expo is coming up in July. It'll be running from July 12th to July 20th at Belmore Movies. You can go to longislandfilm.com for the schedule and to get tickets very shortly. And actually my short film Brain Babies was selected, and it was actually on LIE and the Brick Wall, so
congratulations.
PATV.
That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Now, Rebecca, what is that? What are you holding right there?
This is PATV's award from last year, a Hometown Media Award winner in overall excellence in public access from last year.
That's crazy. We did win overall excellence for public access last year in a nationwide contest.
But, oops, we did it again.
We did it
we
again.
We won again.
We won again. Thanks to the compilation that Rebecca edited for us.
Oh, thank you.
We won overall excellence for public access.
There was so much great content last year that we had an awesome compilation, and yep, we did it again.
Let's take a look at some of the footage that won this award. I have a big zit on my nose.
I didn't notice it.
Welcome back to another rousing edition of The Brick Wall on Public Access Television.
On LIE.
So Rebecca, do you remember what we got to do a couple weeks ago?
Yes, we were at a very big, oh my gosh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
We were at a very important event, the 59th New York Emmy Awards.
And why were we there?
Because PATV was nominated for an award for Welcome Home, which honors Vietnam veterans.
Well, thank you both so much for joining me today. Coming up next, we have some clips of Jessica's recent performances, so check that out.
It really wasn't that grueling. Our bodies did pretty well, actually. We paced ourselves knowing that we still had more than 1,000 miles to go. So we learned to give our muscles the rest they needed. The only thing that really suffered were our feet, because they were mostly exposed to the cold all the time. So our feet really took a toll. But in terms of our physical endurance, I think we were fine. Lou had some.
Yeah, I had some issues with my hands, and I think that's mostly from the cold.
I joined the 129th Helicopter Company and volunteered for the guns, that being the gun platoon. You had to volunteer. It was only a volunteer service because you would put yourself in danger in protecting those who couldn't protect themselves, or in inserting troops into landing zones during combat assaults. The helicopters in Vietnam were the only way that things moved around. Troops were moved by them, materials were moved by them, food, water, ammunition, everything.
What you reading there?
Well, Rebecca, I'm reading the Port Washington News from Anton Newspapers.
Cool.
And our program, The Brick Wall, actually got a mention in the newspaper this month.
Sweet.
Yeah. Just expressing how we're looking for talent to come on the show. You know, it's been over a year we've started producing the show, and we've come a really long way.
Yeah, with so many great performers have been on already.
Yeah, we started out a little bit small, but now, like, we used to just do acoustic acts, but now we can have full bands, and it's really something else. You want to take a quick look at some of the stuff we've done recently?
It's The Brick Wall on PATV.
King of hearts loves the queen of spades, yeah. The more you love, the jack of clubs starts to fade. Don't need a sign around your face to know what's going on.
Yeah, brick wall, right? Yes. Oh, make some noise, brick wall. Yes. Oh my God, guys. So I've been thinking a lot about relationships lately. Okay, make some noise, audience. If you're in a relationship, you're in. All right, we got one. Not too humble about it. Oh man. Okay.
My new goal in life is to be like as happy as retired George Bush. I don't know if you've seen him lately. The guy's killer. People used to really hate him. And now they see a picture of Bush and they're like, oh, but he paints. He's just like the goofy uncle, you know? No, I think, hey, that's a great idea, right? Get all the Senate, the congressmen and women, you put them in one of those sip and paint classes, right? You stagger them, Democrat, Republican. After a couple bottles of wine, a couple tubes of paint, they'd be like, you know, there is an obvious compromise in this healthcare thing. Just be like, yeah, you know, you're right. Why are we overcomplicating something that everyone wants? That's a really colorful elephant, by the way. Yeah, it's really nice.
Be sure to follow us all over social media at PATV Brick Wall. And while you've got out your smartphone, be sure to check out PATV Long Island on Facebook and give us a like. Make sure you live subscribe to get notified anytime the Brick Wall goes live. And as always, if you want to come on this show and perform, send us an email to patvbrickwall@gmail.com. Tell us about yourself and your act, and we will put you on the air.
Hey Rebecca, did you know that June 21st is National Selfie Day?
No, I had no idea. That's cool.
Should we take a quick selfie just to commemorate the occasion?
Sure, yeah, let's do that.
3, 2, 1. Ah!
Came out cool, I think.
Pretty good.
Oh, maybe not.
Man. Seeing myself this. All right, let's go to a clip. Let's go to a clip.
In its 11th year, the annual walkathon for stem cell research continues to raise awareness and money one step at a time.
Hadassah is an organization that supports a hospital in Jerusalem that has always been an oasis for peace. It serves both the local Jerusalem area and, believe it or not, the West Bank, Palestinians, everyone. We love each other, we work as a family, we help each other, and really it builds community.
11 years ago, we were having a regular meeting in my home, and someone mentioned the promises of stem cell research, and I was motivated for all the miracles that lie ahead. ALS, MS, Parkinson's, cancer, fractures.
The walk is organized entirely by volunteers. This year, Hadassah volunteers have already raised $180,000. All proceeds support the Hadassah Medical Organization's mission to be on the forefront of stem cell research.
First of all, I'm so glad that PATV came to us. We're really thrilled. And up until now, we have said, help us make miracles happen. Well, miracles are happening now. People with MS are coming to Hadassah on trials. They're being given, they're taking their own stem cells. They kind of enhance them, and then they put them back in. It's a few treatments, but we have seen people being able to resume their normal life.
I've been in Hadassah for almost 9 years, and it's just a wonderful group of very supportive women who are very dedicated to improving health care in not only this country but in Israel. We've expanded our mission to women's issues. We know that there's a lack of research for women when it comes to medications.
Hadassah is the largest women's membership organization, and the work they do touches everybody through their medical research, through their advocacy, through women's rights. We try and stop human trafficking. I mean, there's so many powerful things that we are involved in that you can't help but get drawn into the good work that Hadassah does.
The annual event is a staple in Great Neck, drawing over 300 participants in Great Neck alone. There's also another location at the Long Beach Boardwalk, which brings in over 200 participants. And now, this year, they also have a Suffolk County location.
It's so dear to my heart. I was the president of the Arab group. I strongly believe in its cause, its mission, and this walk, which helps stem cell research, is just unbelievable the way it's grown over the years.
Oh, there's younger chapters for younger women with small children, and then we're part of like the older chapters that have been around for a long time. We've been around for over 50 years.
It's been getting bigger and bigger for the last 11 years, and now Suffolk County is involved. And it's just wonderful to see how many people realize that just walking even just 2 miles can mean a difference for research.
So much is happening with stem cell research, and it is so important to support it.
And hopefully that we can get it nationwide and make it worldwide, to realize that the stem cell is the future of healing people's problems. Just knowing that I'm here participating in this wonderful organization, doing this wonderful thing for people who have been on medication and lost hope because the medication isn't working, that this is just a glimmer of what's to begin for people in the future.
If you're unable to make it here physically, but you want to take that step, please visit Hadassah's website to make a donation to their research. For PATV, I'm Carlene Lavelle.
My wife and I and friends are here to honor those who've made the ultimate sacrifice on our behalf over the generations at this Memorial Day parade. I'm the son and son-in-law of the greatest generation and came of age during the Vietnam War. I'm wearing a hat today in memory of Sergeant James J. Reagan, Jimmy Reagan from Manhasset, who was killed in Iraq. And our community suffered tremendous losses on 9/11. As many as 30 people associated with the community were killed in the towers. So this parade has significant meaning to me and many others in our community. And, you know, rain, snow, whatever, I'm here every year. Thank you.
So Reach Out America is a great organization that PATV partners with, and last month PATV filmed the Women's Forum that they held on a variety of issues for women. It was peace, religion, politics, and health.
It's true. PATV was there. We shot it. We're going to air those programs all this month on our channel, so you can feel free to check those out Mondays and Thursday nights at 8 p.m., or you can always find them on our YouTube channel.
That's awesome.
But in the meantime, we have a little bit of a clip for you right now. Let's take a look.
To lead into our opening session, Michelle Schimmel, past North Hempstead Town Clerk, former New York State Assemblywoman, ardent feminist, vocal activist, tireless advocate for gun control, and model of how women can get loud and grab hold, will kick off the proceedings. So, Michelle.
Wake up, sleeping America, and we have been asleep for a while. Hear the alarm bells. They toll for you. I always thought, always, and actually my sons, I have two sons, they actually saw it too. Why not give a woman a chance to run things? I mean, really run things. In America, men have been at it for 240 years. Hey guys, go play some golf for about 10 years and let us in the house. What to lose? If we screw up, we'll leave, we'll play golf.
And you're so right. She's such a tough act to follow every time. Not that I've followed her very often, but it's always an honor to do that. And you're absolutely right. You have to be asked to run. I was asked for run. Thank you, Michelle Schimmel. It's because of Michelle That, you know, it wasn't even a thought in my mind. And she called me up and said, what do you think if you make a phone call tomorrow? I'm going to have Jerry Landsberg, who's one of the other commissioners, along with Steve Ryder, what do you think about running? And I'm like, oh my God.
So what occurred to me to just put out this morning before we have a good conversation about this, because one of the most important things that I find happen under these circumstances is that women actually get together.
And I believe that we do have to push this agenda of our going into the streets, like we used to do in the 60s and the 70s, going into the streets like we did in the Women's March just a couple of months back, and keep that going. And yes, we have to get women in the pipeline at the local level to run for office, state, federal, for sure. And yes, there are 13,000 women who want to run for office. And yes, by the way, at the state and local level is where a lot of stuff is going to happen in terms of resistance and persistence in this time when you have a lockjam Republican president and a Congress that is doing nothing. So I'm saying, I believe, optimistically, that we, and have to keep this optimism, idealism, that we can make this difference, and we should, and we are, and there is an international women's movement. Yes. So I want to thank you for having me.
We've gone from 41 million people uninsured to 28 million uninsured. We still have a lot of uninsured people in this country. It's gone from about 16% to 10%. So we still have a lot of people who aren't buying insurance. And guess what? It's just really expensive. And I really want to tell you about a friend of mine named Susan, who is married. She's married to Lawrence. She and Lawrence are probably early 50s. They have 2 young kids. They are self-employed, each of them. So it's crazy, you know, if you're each running your own business, no one's providing that employer health care. All their lives, though, certainly since they've been married for about 20 years, so they've always had insurance, even when it was very difficult to buy it. But now, for the first time, they're uninsured.
So where are we with the Affordable Care Act? We now have, as Ronnie said, 28 million people with absolutely no insurance. We have tens of millions of people who are underinsured, like your friends, who have health insurance but couldn't afford to use it. We also have continuing medical bankruptcies, bankruptcy due to medical illness. That's the #1 cause of bankruptcy in the United States. And about 80% of those people have some form of health insurance and still go bankrupt. This doesn't happen in any other country. Our health outcomes are relatively poor, and now for the first time our life expectancy is declining and is not it's expected to continue to decline. So the system, I look at it as kind of an experiment. You know, we're the only industrialized nation that uses a market-based approach to healthcare, that uses private insurance. And if we looked at this like an experiment, and you look at the outcomes, we would have ended this really decades ago, but
I have known Cora Weiss for many years. And I think there is no one, well, no, yes, she said we were all just kids when we got together the first time. I've known her for a very long time, and I think there is no one more qualified to be speaking to us on this topic than Cora. So I'm really delighted that she was able to be here. What does WWW stand for? World Without War. Never forget it. Scientists say that women get more cancers than men from the same amount of radiation and greater neurological conditions from exposure. Breast cancer soared from Shoreham. Everybody remembers the Shoreham plant on Long Island. Miscarriages soared from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So now let's talk about some of the history of women and peace.
Last segment is so important. It deals with women and religion. And we are so privileged to have these wonderful women speak to us today.
Early religious movements then were in this context. They reacted to, they pushed against, they conspired with, they rejected the idea of the monoculture. And the role of women in religious community was a part of this theological and political discussion within all faith traditions. The presence of women has been foundational to religious movements, large and small, forever. In indigenous faith traditions around the whole world, women had a central role in the spiritual life of the community. Women were life givers.
So either we are sort of celebrating a woman's sexuality or totally desexualizing her. What we need to do, using irregularized work I talk about, is create that third space where a woman's identity is not homogeneous, monolithic, but one that is shifting, changing, contradictory, and one that we are reclaiming and writing. Because in this whole discourse of dichotomous of one women, sexuality and politics, what is left is we need saving. Our voices are left out of all of this. So the question I do end up with you is we really don't need saving. We need to reclaim who we are.
So YAI is a great nonprofit organization who accepts people of all ages with developmental and learning disabilities and teaches them life skills and gives them workplace opportunities.
That's right. And YAI participants are actually developing and producing a TV series to air right here on PATV, which will begin airing this month.
Yeah, we have a short clip. Let's take a look.
Residential services, community services where people are out in the community. We do a variety of services at YAI.
Makes me feel blessed and happy.
Been practicing with my school all these years about it, and we've been getting ready for the real world every single day.
Man, this was a great show to kick off June, right? Yeah, we learned all about what's happening on Long Island for the summer.
Right, we had a look at what PATV has been up to lately. We were at the Great Neck and Manhasset Memorial Day parades. We had the Reach Out America event, and we had the Hadassah Walk for stem cell research.
Yeah, and we learned all about YAI and the great work that they're doing.
And congratulations again to us, PATV, for winning the overall excellence in public access for Hometown Media Awards.
True. And I know we want to kick off the summer with some good vibes, so before we go, let's check in with Grace Grella.
Hey, thanks Rebecca and Mike. That was a great introduction. And yeah, everybody wants their good vibrations for the month of June. Here we are, it's finally summertime. Have fun in the summertime. The weather's getting nicer. Everyone wants to relax. Everybody wants to rejuvenate and recharge their batteries. And the universe really is going to cooperate in the month of June. So things should start calming down and not be so frenetic for everyone, which is great. And this is good healing energy. June is the month of healing. Rest, R&R, and you need to focus on yourself, your self-care, taking care of you, so then you could be taking care of business, right? And getting ready for the woohoo month of July when things will be popping, and I'm not just talking fireworks. There's a lot of energy that's swirling around in the universe, and we'll bring it to you here, all the good energy and all the good vibrations for that month as well. But right now, we're in June, and there's no better place to be. So relax, rejuvenate, get yourself in the Zen healing mode, whether that requires a green smoothie or a mojito. Hey, that's your personal choice, but it's all about you having self-care time. It's just the good old summertime comes to mind, and we hope it's yours. Till the next time, enjoy.